So already we have seen how to overload operator. There is one more method for overloading an operator, that is using friend function. Let us learn it through an example, that is complex number. So already I have used this example. Suppose I want to add two complex numbers C1, C2. Then the result is in C3. So already we have seen how to overload plus operator. Now that time the idea was that either C1 will add or C2 will add. Now we want somebody else to add two complex numbers. So suppose I give you an example that I have some money and you also have some money. We want to add this money. Either I can add this or you can add it, or else we can take the help of our friend who will add the money. If a friend is adding money, then I have to give my money to him as parameter and you also have to give. So he should take both our money as parameter, then he can add it. So that's it. Same approach will follow for friend function. So I will write a class complex here once again. So I'll just write few things in the class complex. Now, you know, in private we have members like integer, a real part, and integer imaginary part. Then public. Now here I want to have that friend function. So let us see what the prototype of a function should be. See, the prototype of a function should be, it should return a complex number, and the function name is operator plus only I am using. Then it should take two complex numbers as parameters. So first one is complex C1 and complex C2. So this is taking two parameters. So it will take two complex numbers and returns a complex number. So this operator plus this function should be a friend function. So here in the beginning I'll write friend. So this becomes a friend function. So it is just like there is one function which will take both as parameters, add them and return the result in C3. So neither C1 nor C2 are adding, somebody else is adding. So this function, friend function, has to be written outside the class without using scope resolution. So I will end the class here itself. Then I will implement this function right on the body of this function. So this is complex operator plus then complex C1 complex C2. So it's taking two parameters, that is C1 and C2. Then here let us take a temporary variable complex t, then t dot real is assigned with the C1 dot real plus C2 dot real. Then t dot imaginary is assigned with C1 dot imaginary plus C2 dot imaginary. See, C1 and C2 both are coming as parameters. It's adding them and taking them in a temporary variable. The result is in temporary variable. Now return this t. That's it. So this is an independent function. It's outside function. It doesn't belong to a class but is a friend of a class. So we don't use any scope resolution operator. The same function is implemented here and it is declared as friend. So this is another method of overloading operators. So some operators you can overload as member functions as well as you can overload them as friend functions. Right? So I have implemented this using friend function, same plus operation. Now how it can be called? Same way, same thing I have to write C1 plus C2, then the result is coming in C3. So which function will be called? This operator plus function will be called, where C1 and C2 both goes as parameters and they are added. So that's how friend functions can be used for overloading operators. So let us look at this practically and see it by writing a program.